You know, we've all seen a price tag a million times, but have you ever really stopped to look at it? I mean, it seems so simple, right? But that little label, that's actually our ticket into this massive, hidden world of data that basically runs all of modern retail. Okay, let's get into it.
So, what is it really telling us? Seriously, beyond just the price, what secrets are locked away in all those lines and numbers and codes? That's the big question we're going to unpack right now.
And here's our first clue: the Universal Product Code, or UPC. You probably just call it a barcode. And no, it's not just random decoration. This thing is a standardized language. Think of it like this. Every part of this code is a different word that computers can read in an instant. It tells them who made the product, what the product is, the whole story. To really get the genius of the barcode, we first have to understand the huge problem it was created to solve. And it's a story all about control, about information, and about a challenge that every single business faces.
This right here, this quote from the legendary management consultant Peter Drucker, it absolutely nails the core issue. For any business, if you can't measure something, like, say, your inventory, if you don't know exactly what you have and where it is, well, there's just no way you can manage your business properly.
Just think about it for a second. Every single item that's just sitting in a back room is basically money, capital, that's tied up and not doing anything. The whole game is to get that product out onto the sales floor where a customer can actually buy it. And to do that, you need a system, a procedure for marking and tracking every single thing. And this brings us to how we mark things. The leap from the old way to the new way is just, well, it's staggering. It completely changed how a store operates, and it all started with the simple act of putting a price on an item. So on one side, you've got the old world, manual marking. Just picture employees with those pricing guns, click-clack, physically sticking a label on every single can of soup. It was slow, it was tedious, and a single mistake could mean losing money or ticking off a customer. But on the other side, electronic marking. You enter the info once into a computer, and that's it. It's fast, it's accurate, and it's incredibly efficient. So what is actually happening in that split second when a barcode gets scanned at the checkout? I'm telling you, it is so much more than just ringing up a price. It's like a tiny information explosion. And the hero of this whole story is the point of sale, or POS system. You can think of it as the central brain of the entire retail operation. The barcode is the language, right? But the POS system is the thing that actually understands that language and knows what to do with it. Check this out. In the time it takes to hear that little beep, 4 critical things happen. 1, the code gets scanned. 2, the system instantly knows the product and its price. 3, the sale gets logged. And 4, and this is the really crucial part, the store's inventory is updated. One item is automatically subtracted from the total count, instantly. And that automatic update, that's the whole key. Every single scan feeds this river of data back to the business. Now, retailers can see exactly what's selling, what's not, and when they need to reorder. It basically turns guesswork into a science. It lets them make way smarter decisions about everything. You see, this constant stream of data does way more than just track items. It represents a huge shift. It's the moment retail went from just being about, shopkeeping to becoming a data science. It's about seeing your inventory not just as a pile of stuff, but as a total financial asset. Here's another perfect comparison. The old method, the physical inventory. I mean, you would literally have to close the entire store and have your staff count every single thing on the shelves and in the back room. It was a massive disruption, and it only gave you a snapshot from that one moment in time. The new way? It's a perpetual inventory system, and it's all powered by the POS. It's like a living, breathing, real-time count of everything the store owns, all the time. And with all this data constantly flowing in, retailers can start using really powerful tools, like this metric called average inventory. This isn't just a snapshot. It's a way to figure out the typical amount of stock they're holding over a certain period, which is absolutely vital for knowing if the business is financially healthy. So how do they get that number? Well, the formula is actually pretty simple. You just take your inventory count at the very beginning of the month, add the count from the very end of the month, and then divide that number by 2. It's just a simple average, but it gives you this remarkably clear picture of how your stock is performing. Let's make it real with an example. Say a store starts the month with 500 units of something and ends with 124. Okay, so you add them together, divide by 2, and bam, You get an average inventory of 312 units. That one number tells a manager so much about their cash flow and how fast that item is selling. So, when you put it all together, the benefits of this modern electronic system are they're overwhelming. And they affect everyone, from the CEO all the way down to you, the customer. I mean, first, it saves so much time, which frees up employees to actually help customers instead of just counting boxes. It's also super cost efficient because it helps prevent the store from ordering way too much, or even worse, running out of something you really want. And that last point, that's huge. It makes for happier customers because the product you came to buy is actually on the shelf. And maybe no one in history understood this better than Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. His entire empire was basically built on mastering logistics and inventory. This quote says it all, really. Controlling your inventory isn't just part of the business, it is the business. So, the humble little barcode and the amazing system built around it completely revolutionized the world. It turned every product into a data point and every store into a fine-tuned machine. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. If this was the technology that defined the last half century, what's next? What's going to be the barcode of the future?